into a complete different identity change. I'm gonna switch up how I casted the first match. We'll cast it different this time. Lemon, I'm really interested in looking at this map of Corrode with these comps. I mean, I haven't seen something similar to this in Tier 1 yet. Usually, there's always a Waylay. Usually, it's double duelist. What do you like the most looking at both these teams when it comes to these compositions?
I feel like we have to defend our jobs here just over the EG squad. I mean, what can you not love about first the composition and also the IGLing? I mean, you have Mitch IGLing. Jakey's also very vocal. He can contribute to that mid-rounding. Pancakes is a former IGL as well. You could trust him to be solo on that chamber, and he's been fragging out of his mind in other seasons. I think the EG players individually have so much to prove, whether it's from being into VCT, now back into Challengers, or even people like Jake who were on that YFP roster that on paper looks so good. They were so stacked, but didn't kind of get to the results that they were supposed to get.
Yeah, I like what you're saying in terms of like hyping all these players up individually, right? Because that's what the desk was saying as well. It's all about how their star power is going to come through onto this team, you know, from SAD, from C9, Shopify Rebellion, Moistek Shopify, from, you know, Dynamo as well for Stunna. Like, you're getting the crack zoomer, you're getting the experience individually versus what Roy was pointing out, the experience so far in the offseason for Nightblood, right? They've been grinding. I'm with you, though. Let's defend our jobs. Let's defend our friends. I think the individuals win this time. We'll see how things go. The most interesting thing about this game will be Pancakes and his POV. Can he hold the world up like Atlas? And who was playing in the last match? Don't get it confused, but this chamber can be the biggest difference maker in this match, and already he's going to be ignored for the first chance of it. He's not going to find the most action on the map. It'll be the B side that has more of a bolstering. They actually use a bit of a fake, get off, go back towards the A side. Still, answers from Nightblood. One player link, one player staring down the smoke. Lots of util to work with. The dart does get supplemented by the flash, and they're tapping in.
Just the big flood from EG getting in, getting that final kill onto Spaz 2. Now they can sit up and get a safe plan. And imagine Monsi will want to wait for backup. And this was good info off the rip from Practo with the knife. I know Roy's been excited to see more KO and just how underrated that agent has been. Now with that flash in hand, Practo wants to set up the team for success, but it's an early peak and an early win for Stunna. He backs away, knows reinforcements are there. Now EG just have to wait this out. Practo gets spotted, caught off guard, and Stunna just wins all his duels, and Monsi just gets overwhelmed.
It's like everyone's kind of tied with a tether together. You know, Stunna's right next to his teammates being able to swing elbow side. We have Mitch towards the backside putting support there for Zerona as well. Everybody already on pistol, playing as a team, playing together. And by the way we broke it down, Lemon, these were the individuals, right? These are the guys with less team experience. These are the guys who should be playing less like a team. So it's looking good for EG Academy.
Yeah, I just think this is such a well-rounded roster when looking at EG, because you have a really good coach who, by the way, yes, was an EMEA VCT, but also brought TSM to Ascension, so he knows challengers very well. They have star power, clutch potential, structured IGLing, but they also need to deliver in that match.
Yeah, they also not just know the entire, you know, situation really well and challengers, they know the meta kind of well as well. Stunna coming in with that flash, supplemented by the dart. You have that knife coming in as well on the other side a little bit later, but things are being layered on the side of EG to the point where you can't break the util without looking at a flash. It's really cool entry stuff on the pistol. They'll continue to do it here. Stunna just has a pistol, so might be the one to go in first and see what information there is. They're actually leaving Pancakes in mid with this outlaw to cut off any rotates. It's an A-stack, though, for the side of NBG. They're gambling this one, and I'm not sure if EG can figure it out.
Oh, the drone did just get shot down there from Zerona, so he does not want that smoke, and the race is on for NBG, and they've proven the offseason how strong their fundamentals are of winning some of these offseason tournaments, so definitely a lot of love for Nightblood Gaming. This match is a complete toss-up, and now it's about execution. And EG, well, they get the plant down, so half the job is done.
Coming in straight towards the backside of main. They can use this Viper wall to kind of creep up and block these sight angles. Pancakes will try to stand in front of it so he makes sure he's not blocked off as they come through. I'm wondering if they just end up doing it without even putting the wall up. It won't even matter at this point. He will be the first point of contact here. This might just be full exit gameplay too from the side of Nightblood. They might just want to do some util damage. It's very important for Pancakes to live in this round and keep this outlaw for the bonus.
And even the 2 rifles as well for EG. So they're looking very decisive on their pushes. And Stunna will get away with one for the road, and always building up towards the ults is fine, and that's why you want to farm these kills, and Pancakes is proving why he's on the chamber and why he can be trusted. Be by himself, although he got some help at the end, but hey, bonus for EG, still looking good.
The scope not going to be picked up because both Mitch and I believe Jakey at that point had rifles, so you're not going to be trading those away for an outlaw in terms of how the economy looks and how expensive they are. Kind of tragic. Best pick to get there then is for Pancakes, but at the same time, he didn't leave with nothing, right? 3 orbs up in the business, getting that chamber up online. Tour de force is going to be very fun to control mid. Really good to have angles post plant as well. KO can end up turning that off this time. Pace change from EG. They're speeding things up towards the B side.
No knife yet from Practo. It's delayed too as soon as they saw that fade util come through. So both know of each other's presence. It may be a difference of numbers though, and that's the information that at least Practo has, and he's usually pinged 1 or 2. But after the hit happened on the other side of the map, you're still not confident of what the plan is for EG.
Yeah, to understand KO on this map defensively, his knife ends up scanning you and lasting for 7 seconds. That's about the same time as a slow. That's the same time as like a Vise wall that ends up coming in as well. So you can see that KO kind of has a sentinel asterisk put on his entire archetype as well. They're going to re-clear main real quick. Stunna is going to get shot down through a wall. No need a KO knife for that, but you can see the gap that KO makes, you can then overtake with it. You can use your second initiator to kind of scope out or maybe just walk forward with an Odin sometimes and get more. Son of Car activates and he's finally stopped by Pancakes, who gets taken down on the side. I mean, it's getting kind of messy here between both these teams.
Yeah, Kane's Arrow's not here, but in our thoughts always. I like these forward positions though from NBG. Like, they're already just their presence on the map, catching EG on these rotations, surprising them, and this will be the first rifle round for NBG. But Jake is someone that I've wanted to see so much more of from these previous YFP rosters, and definitely has that clutch, that veteranship, and moments like this is not gonna make him stutter too much.
Look at the confidence from the side from NBG as well, right? They end up giving up B main in the beginning, but they have the courage and the utility to end up re-clearing it as well. Getting that Odin to have an advantageous fight at someone who's trying to peek like Stunna was. And they might have to disrupt things towards B side, maybe send 2 to hold the situation there, but NBG getting proactive in the system. Now, we shot back towards the A side for EG Academy. Things were looking good. They were getting a little bit of a split there. Ultimate's kind of getting up from all sides as well. They're huge on this map. Whaley, I think, I don't know, over Yoru, I feel like Whaley gets a better sauce on the ultimate side. The convergence is huge at taking a site.
Let's play.
Excited about all the hype behind Son of Car 2 was that only member from the original NBG squad that qualified through Premier. And look at the glow up, how he's blossoming. And my bad for cursing him, but at least EG will benefit from that loss and set up on A, and Spaz actually gonna hold this corner and not fully disengage or wait for any help. He has a paranoia. He hopes to be independent and now will be in a safe spot to be with the team.
Have elbow control. No one at link. Flank trip not taken up. Best possible situation for EG on this post plant.
Well, nice flash from Practo. Could be nice, but EG know how to keep their distance and play anti-flash in those situations just like that. Mitch does not falter. Double swing and collide just like that. Mitch looking good as always, even when he stopped by the VCT arena to watch some games. He's been inspired, and EG are looking good early.
Yeah, he's got the NRG buff for this one. It's looking good. But still, from both sides over here, what I'm looking at, hopefully for the side of NBG, are a few changes. You have to understand the rules that Evil Geniuses are playing with here, right? Stunna, Mitch, and Zerona will all push their utility, the bulk of it, from that main side. NBG's looking at the main. You will be blinded. You will be scanned. You will be at a disadvantage type of situation. What you want to do, sit behind elbow, sit on site. Let them use their util early so they don't have it to clear you on the second stage of that site take. That needs to be a bit of an adjustment if they're holding A, but they're still kind of staring right at that main. I mean, you could also fight it. Could go Osboss dash paranoia mode, but everyone knows that play now, so, you know, it's hard to do. They're kind of sitting back, expecting it. Smoke was disrespected last time. I wonder what the approach is here for NBG.
Or possibly that Odin through the left side of the map, and Mitch knows there's still someone pretty at forward towards B. EG don't want to completely give up the left side of the map, but he may have just want to give up this whole round. How do you get caught by that?
You know the rules. You have to play by the rules. If you're going to take these mains as EG, you have to invest utility. They tried to think that maybe they conditioned NBG to walk back. They were kind of following what I was saying. And NBG ended up doing the complete opposite, catching them and calling them out. Nice 3K from Son of Car this round, but an absolute disaster from EG, a very good call, and a double down from NBG that ends up getting them completely bountiful in that round.
Yeah, if it works, do it again. NBG with these, again, forward positions, awaiting the EG approach, and no one reacts in time. Just the smoke is dropped at the perfect time here, and team was ready. And now we have ourselves a game as EG only lead by 1 now.
They're assuming, yeah, EG are going to take that same space at A main again. They're realizing convergence is there. It's much easier to deal with on that A main side. And they'll immediately use some utility to disrespect the smoke and ultimate even to get that elbow control. And they're pushing Spaz way back onto the site. Middle is going to be kind of explored with that 0 point. At the same time, everybody's kind of pushing onto A. So many ultimates confirmed on this round from the side of EG.
So much information from Mitch too. Nightfall towards the left, you have the Prowler towards the right, but Spaz is gonna be lurking. Usually he waits for the team, but he's gonna go for a hero play. Oh, Mitch just living in his head rent-free. Surely Jake is able to trade this, catches a teleport. Spaz gets away with that. Now NBG will join his side. The convergent pass gets the advantage to NBG, but EG got a lot of bullets in the chamber. Super Sub-Zeroni has been summoned to the battle. NBG, equal numbers, but not together. Wait a minute. Okay, Jake, that's what we wanted to see out of EG. They're back at the top.
Looking so good. I mean, it looked dire in that situation. It looked a little bit troublesome for EG there when you still had Spaz inside that elbow control and Mitch going down towards that hero play, but at the same time, things were kind of taking over. Everybody got on the site. That Odin had more bullets on the side of EG. They were good. Look at this from Zerona. Dipping as well, kind of look silly from Mossy's POV. He's just shooting at the wall saying, boss, you told me to spray. I had to put the pressure down. Where was the rest of my team? It's tough, but EG ended up winning up the 50-50, and now ultimates are going to be back online for them. Very important round for them to win too, because they invested so much. No B main push. They're actually ending up popping through it almost. A flash should come in here. They might just confirm this one.
Oh, and a late night from Practo did ping a lot of EG. We're just gonna have to scrap this out. Practo, flash out, fireball Practo. Everyone converge onto EG. They just greeted them with open arms, and that was a tight hug. And Pancakes was left on the other side of the map with an op, and you would think he would want to save it.
Yeah, kind of maybe just looking for some rotational picks from mid, but right there, I mentioned that KO knife beforehand. It just interrupted everything on the side of EG. No flashes allowed, no teleport back allowed, no more smokes to be put down. And then you kind of just bolster that again with Practo's ultimate coming in. Null command, not letting you do anything. Acting a smoke, it's not there. You get picked. I love the positioning from Practo too. Backside, fireball, in art, crossfires, set up all around. NBG know exactly what they're doing on B. The question is, can the same be said for their A defense? If EG walk forward and they shoot a lot, they use a lot of util, it could spell disaster for NBG.
Practo is such a unique player to have on your team. He has very unique picks, whether it's the KO on Corrode, Teho on Bind, Viper on Haven. It's a style that could be weird to play around, but there's a reason why he's on this roster. And I hope I didn't curse him again, but that KO knife, this KO in general, is proving to be so good for them on B.
And I have to just get odd with timings for EG if you're asking, okay, how do you deal with KO? A lot of the times, he might give away info, but he's not going to stop your rifle from being put out. If there's a chance for Pancakes to just kind of, contact up with an operator, I could stop KO, who, after the knife, has to start peeking to gain more information. You could also just wait for the knife and do something really, really fast as long as Practo does not have his ultimate. And this time they're going to be, they understand that ult's not there. I'm wondering if they wait out the knife, too, in the beginning. It's a mind game for Pacto here. When do you use it? Do you want the info early? So wait for the util. Here's that Prowler come.
Case of how they exchange. For weaponry, Son of Kara the op in the picture too is not going to help things. EG are hitting their heads against a wall.
A tough fall for now, but like a trade is not the worst thing for this team on attack. Still have their trip behind them as well. Start to push it now. Contact up as well too. TP's gonna show that there is somebody on this portion of the site. Jake has made it all the way up, but does lose the fight to Practo, who's holding things down.
Man, someone address this. Okay, Zerona does 2v2. Spaz against Pancakes. Oh, and the injuries, the teleport. That was so clean, Spaz.
They're using that verticality from Omen very well. Looks like even when Practo falls, it's like a little, what are those called? Those Russian dolls where like you take one down and then the other one pops in. NBG doing a really good job at supplementing every position that's available on the defensive side. Timeout from EG this time. They have to kind of rethink their approach to this one. I still think their A hit is so good. They had some good things from like the pistol to the bonus. At the start of the game, they were really just dumping a lot of their util while NBG was trying to disrespect them on those mains. You might have to play like a CNET style avoid the player situation here, which is avoid the KO. If your game plan is to use that Yoru, get in and force these sites, stay away from the guy who can stop that, right?
Yeah, EG, I think it's just been the post plants on A that have been tough. They've been cracked. It's just that you have the smokes that are kind of splitting them up, making it hard to have the team fights together. And then on B, you're worried about this Practo knife. I think that last round showed potential of how EG can still overwhelm the util and the players and the crossfires. May take some ults to do it, which coming up, EG do have the Hunter's Fury.
I want to see more util dumped into either of these sites, or maybe we look at Pancakes and what positions he's taken on the map. He has a very good idea of how mid's been going down. If anyone's been rotating through link, his ears have been open the entire time. A rabbit in the forest might not be strong as one man in general, right? Just facing 4 people on the server, but he can hear a lot. He can identify the pattern, see where the footprints are, and then go the right way. This time looks like, yeah, they are going to follow the patterns Pancakes had identified, but they're going to run into Son of Kar. Uncharacteristic miss there from him. That could have been disastrous for EG.
Zerona took a little bit of damage, and Son of Kar isn't even going to reposition. Monsi also, the Odin, who's usually at B, has swapped up to A, expecting something different out of EG after that timeout, which has been to slow it down and try to split into A potentially and wait out some of these smokes from NBG, which is sometimes caught EG off guard with Son of Kar getting multi-kills and stuff like that.
Spaz ready at elbow. He also has some support from his teammate Monsi. Smoke comes in as well, does get people closer, but they have the best possible situations here. Monsi, though, it's caught moving, and now it's all up to Spaz.
Just no information in mid, so NBG get completely caught off guard and now have to disengage and retake 3v5. And the EG split from mid works out. How does the post plant go? Oh, Mitch has the Ode. Stole that away from Monsi, I think.
Crossfire's going to be fine. This is going to be a save situation. Sometimes it takes so long to rotate over. Son of Kar having the op as well just might be tough to actually have a say inside the retake. And for me, yeah, we talked about it. Pancakes was looking through, lurking in mid, understanding timings. They found one through the middle of the map. They've realized no one's really playing dedicated link, and NBG is not doing enough to really walk down mid and stop anyone from taking that A-link side. Unfortunately, Monsi does get picked apart from Yard, moving the site. I like the switch up where Spaz went to elbow and Monsi was in Yard as well. It's really hard to make it through link, especially if you have an Odin close by. But I don't know, maybe Monsi found like a cool deal on like more Odins in later rounds. He wanted to just check what was inside the A-side shop. I don't know what was going on there with that rotate call, but the silence from EG, the lack of information, right? Because you have to have your Odin out all the time. You can't really take your util out. I think that kind of played into their cards really well. You'll hear and see NBG adapt to that. They'll get more active now, swapping over Monster towards top mid, and you have Son of Car playing inside link.
And Mitch now has the Odin stolen away from Monty, as we mentioned, but that means that now, besides of Swapped, you can now spam through the Viper wall, and you can just force NBG to cower, but Practo still has the knife, waiting for that moment. There's the Prowler. It's NBG. Haven't shown anything yet. Flash double swing and really testing the waters against that Odin.
They have the line now, so Mitch needs some help to kind of defuse the situation. Here comes the drone with a spray after the fact. You have to respect this drone because you can't stay on the angle. You will get shot down. Pancakes gets found, but so much more of an emphasis for mid on EG. You have someone to trade there. The map's opened up. NBG cannot hold the line they have. Look at them. They're spread apart. They're chaotic. Stunna gets another one. Pay attention to Spaz now.
Remaining.
Our feed is down, so we'll update you on what's going on very soon, but this has been a pretty fun and close game.
Hello, everybody. So I have a little good news and a lot of bad news. The good news, my cat is here and he is very cute. Bad news is he is gone, and followed up with, unfortunately, the servers are down. We're pending a fix, but please hang in there. Thank you for your patience, and we'll see you back here soon.
you so much, everyone, for your patience. According to the rules, the players kept playing without us, but hey, 11-6 for EG. Shio, our predictions, they're looking good. Rigged.
They side, I guess, over and over again, but they're on defense now. Things are swapped up. Look at the ultimates on the side of NBG. We got Son of Car with the Convergence. Spaz can also just teleport past it as well, or time it so he's not going to get hit as he arrives. Fireball Ops also has the pit if they do hit the site. It's looking like they're just chilling for now, ending A with a split. But from the side of EG, they're actually exploring this A main and have a chance to stop things before they happen.
The defense doesn't have a Viper wall to just sit behind, spam through with an Odin, so not as much protection in B, but maybe firepower is all you need. It is an exchange, though, but it does call the attention of EG towards mid, which Stunna will be at the helm. And see, he still has a dimensional drift whenever they want to get this information.
Exactly, and that's going to be huge. No Nightfall available from Mitch, but they traded out for no pit from Fireball. So some firepower from both teams getting nerfed down towards the end of this round. But as you know, Lemon, as that clock ticks down, the defensive side gets a little bit stronger. They have the pressure over the attackers, and now the pressure is just a bit too much. The attackers starting to move in on the site. Smokes drop over at link, Convergence tapping in, diverge, or just dimensional drift. It's going to dodge everything for now. And while that spike gets planted, EG get ready for the retake.
You would have liked to have that dimensional drift for the retake, but hey, at least you know what this setup is. But Omen v Omen in main, this could be important for Jake, but gets caught. And Spaz will keep the flank at bay. Smokes off the elbow, which is going to delay Zerona from, or sorry, Pancakes from getting involved. Zerona will be subtracted from the equation too. An important round for NBG to get decisively to get back into this game. Now, it looks like just a save too. Or, well, he's got so much money. Pancakes, just go for it, I believe. But no one's going to be here. So exit frags, running out of time. Put down Son of Car, and we'll see NBG the first round after a tech pause go their way.
Not going to be match point quite just yet. Bracto getting that null command online as well. Should have a lot of firepower moving into one of these sites. It just looks like the ultimates are flashing absolutely green for the side of NBG. Can just push it over to maybe 8, and then with the eco pass all the way over to 9. If you pay attention to the money that's on the side of EG, this is kind of an all-in round. Things have to go well here. And really well. The more guns they lose, the harder the next buy will be, even with a win. So you really have to lock in here. Yeah, Pancakes, Stunna, no money. We're all in with an operator. Jake might be able to rebuy, but this is going to be a very important round to try to close things out for EG. An amazing combination from Fireball. That's huge. Monsi there with a shock dart as well. We start off in A main. They know that EG's moving up. They get silenced.
You know you're cooked when you're starting to die to lineups, though. But hey, there's one of these teams that are up to 11. But NBG through the ball on our little commercial break, I've definitely studied up on the EG positions. Not having your chamber on defense is gonna hurt. Also, Pancakes has 21 kills, just to point out the work he's done in the meantime. Immediately refract out. Hunter's Fury to absorb the space. And now the red carpet is down. The flank, though, Stunna against the Odin. Wins it against Monsi. Here's the pinch, so from EG, it's still getting into position. And NBG got a bunker down. They'll do so with the smoke. Spaz will keep the front watch. And no pit, so Stunna is doing work.
That's just insane from Stunna. Has a flash to get back in as well. 2v3 Heaven Control. DP's in the pocket and finds the first.
Oh, and the Prowler caught Son of Car in the corner too. And Spaz and Practo gotta work together. Still a flash and a knife. And Mitch, just with the op, not something that's easy to scrap with. This clearly knows where that one player is on the high ground. And the drive-by, and not the clip Mitch was hoping for. Will get away with the op.
NBG playing with EG's minds. It's crazy. Beautiful fake TP from Spaz up top as well. 8-11. I talked about the eco. They get to save a bit of it with that operator, but they have to be careful with where they place it inside the next round. NBG doing a really good job at executing on their attack side. The thing is, it comes at a huge cost. 4 ultimates in that round. Son of Car putting his body on the line. EG now resetting the tempo with a timeout. They have Nightfall. They have ults coming up first next. They have a chance to close this game out.
And if I'm trusting VLR, that was a pretty insane win streak that EG went on when they continued without us. Because when we left off, it was what, like 4-5 in favor of EG, and then we come back and they're up to 11, almost match point. But now that we're watching all of this crumbling under the pressure, question mark, because NBG are catching up now.
And just to update you fully and dive into that a bit more, they just ended up winning a lot more of their attack side after the fact. EG looks like they might have maybe even gone towards A. Lemon and I were talking. That looked like the best option for them. Past that, winning pistol on defense as well is huge. Win the bonus from the pistol, you're up really good. Now NBG are on the streak back. They've won the last 3 rounds, so we tuned in at 6-11. They've been winning since 5-11, which is huge. The patterns that I see so far is that NBG very good at executes. EG spread across the map are having tough trouble at, you know, maybe getting a buddy system going or finding util to play around in those duels. You saw the lineup, right? Like NBG are kind of finding the patterns as to how EG are ranked up. This time though, the line of scrimmage is so far back. Look at how much, or how NBG are playing way back in their spawn, relying on son of Car to get the first pick. Past that, everything is slow. Playing off the drone, take a little bit of mid space, leave the mains to the defensive team.
We were kind of talking during the break too of how do you address a defensive op or a sniper in general, and it wasn't even the op in mid, it was NBG bringing their own sniper. It is an outlaw, still got that first blood, opened up mid. Now they can split into B, and NBG can have their smoke set up, dashing in just to see if anyone's nearby. And EG will have to retake with what, a judge and op. It's not the best weapons ever for that.
Mitch might like play what, just for 1 kill maybe as people are leaving site. Might not be too much value in saving a judge. He finds a rifle. He's showing, might just be a 3-man save. One thing you don't want to give NBG right now are ultimate orbs. They're so far away on some of their players. Practo doesn't have it. Spaz doesn't have it at all. Monsi, like what, 5-6 away? You want to keep these initiators away from their ultimates. It's one of the ways NBG can just close out this game. EG though, look at theirs real quick, Lemon. Halfway through a 2 to force, 2 away for Zerona. They already have Nightfall, and Stunna is so close to another drift again.
And clearly, Pancakes has been having a dominant performance on the Chamber, which definitely known for his Sentinels in the previous seasons, and to be dropping 20 kills, I just wish we got to see it, but now we're here.
Real quick though, Practo doesn't have money from what I know. I think he just died over with 350. Yeah, and he ended up going down to this spike, so I'm not sure what type of mistake that is, but that's definitely going to affect the economy for the team. I know Monsi has a lot in the bank, but Practo's not exactly rich. That's a bit of a blunder right there.
EG are still going to have that op, but it was Pancakes didn't really sit in mid with it. At first, he showed face at A. Now he's going to be looking at mid again, splitting off towards B, but the smokes sometimes hard to fully seal off mid. You can sometimes find an angle around it, which EG is and NBG have tried to exploit before. So it's a deadly game of chess for sure.
Here.
Start working on that A line though, even if they can't find the op. Very nice. Just entry onside the main side again. Practo, the re-clear from staying inside spawn. Flash, double swing the peak. It's looking good from NBG. And the big thing too is EG need to try to find some value, some information on these sides of the map with some of the people that don't have guns. Zerona and Jakey could not buy this time. That's why they were pushing out towards B main to try to see if they could see anything. I mean, you lose the Sheriff, you lose a Bandit, that's okay. Stunna, Mitch, and Pancakes are still up with the firepower, ready for this final round. But again, a lot of those weapons are on that A side. They're up in mid, and these guys on NBG, they're focusing on B.
With Pancakes, he was left inserted to maybe do something with the Zerona bait, but this hasn't seen anyone cross over. That has to be an immediate hit, and now kind of stuck in this trap. Son of Car is gonna need some help, and oh my god, the spike is dropped. Spaghetti's on the floor. Practo locks in, good crouch and good firepower. EG only have 1 left on the site to keep this alive, and Stun is alive and well. Practo trades. And there's still a chance to plant, and Mitch is too far away to prevent it. And a Pit.
Wait.
Does he invest the Nightfall, though?
What is this? Pit in a 2v1 against the Fade that has Nightfall. This might spell disaster for the side of NBG. This is possible now. You can see sightlines. This might be because they don't know where Mitch is, and he enters a bit, kind of. Might hear 2 shots, has the distraction, but it's not enough. NBG making that much closer than it needed to be.
Kind of risky to, like you said, be both players of NBG to be stacked together. And Mitch had the decision of whether to invest the Nightfall and clutching that 1v2, but decides not to, and it almost was winnable. And honestly, this map is almost winnable for NBG, considering they were down like 8 to 11 at some point, 6 to 11 at some point, and they're making the comeback.
Gotta make sure it's clean when you're going through that, you know, resistance comeback situation, though, because Practo dropping a gun here and there, you losing a lot of people as you move up. You need this economy to try crazy things, take risks, take trades. This time up through mid, a bit louder, with a bit more pressure. And then Odin is a great answer to it. Doesn't matter. Spray coming in from NBG. Zerona, Mitch are down.
The kickback from NBG when they're getting spammed, and they're some of course survived that, by the way. And NBG don't even have to look at a site. They're being gifted around. EG trying to kick up the aggression, because these rounds have been too quiet and EG got too antsy.
They're broke. It's not working for them right now. Whatever strat they're coming up with, whether it's a main take, it's getting shock, you know, snake bit. If they're trying to go for a B take, they're getting pop flashed on, even if they have eco. Now they're on an absolutely broken economy. They have to basically skip a round. NBG will be on map point unless EG do something miraculous.
Well, EG have 3 ults and almost 4 for Pancakes, and he's obviously got almost a kill every round, or a kill every round, so. But on a save, how much do you want to invest ults? And it's not like EG are gamble stacking together. They're converging into mid, though, and I don't know if you want to go up against the NBG spam when EG lost this last round with better weapons.
That's tough. You don't expect them to do the same thing twice. They're actually using ultimates in this round to maybe make things equal. Do actually end up getting a seize on the mid-bottom left side as well. Re-clears, they know they come through B, so they make them waste the util and actually end up rendezvousing out. This is smart from EG. They're using less weapons, but more of their brain in this round compared to what we've seen before. So a very nice comeback. The tempo's on their side. 2-man advantage, and Son of Car has no HP.
A shot from Mitch too, and he gets an upgraded Vandal. Love that setup from Zerona with the Hunter's Fury. Even if you tag Stunna, you got so much more out of that.
They have to win this round, though. They just, you know, force that Hunter's Fury. You have Nightfall to force here as well. You have a few rifles. It's all about match point. Smoke will fall. First shot there. Stunna does not find it.
Monty's got a team main. Recon, they don't care about that. And okay, Monty gets an exchange. He's going in with the spike. Spaz doesn't have a paranoia, and now the round's been fumbled. And EG get not only weapon upgrades, but a round back in their favor, a thrifty to get them to match point.
I asked for a miracle, and EG ends up walking on water. That eco translated with just 1 ultimate into an amazing round win. Pressure down middle, a perfect seize to capitalize on with the 3rd shot of that Fury as well. That was amazing from EG. The big thing too, it was done on a budget. Buy 1 round, maybe get the next one free. Still have Dimensional Drift, still have Tour de Force, getting closer to another ult on the side, but might be discounts on NBG side as well. I believe Null Command is online. Convergence is coming through soon too. Yeah, just 1 kill off. This is going to be a banger round to see who can win this map. EG trying to push it forward. NBG trying to play for overtime.
All right, getting so much attention in mid, but NBG want a quick pivot into A. They're already droning up, using the Viper Wall to their advantage. He got the Null Command thrown into the mix from Practo.
Combinations are here though. After this Null Command's down, Stunna and Mitch. The Shadow Dimension is about to get activated. Yoru can decloak with no one knowing where he is. They know Practo's close by as well. There goes the drift. The shadows will come by soon.
Practo is not in a tradable position. Does he avoid the Nightfall? He could get a good cutoff on EG. No! But we watch Monty hold the line, and Practo is still behind EG. This could be what swings the round. Zerona caught between a rock and a hard place, completely split from Pancakes, and NBG will tie it up.
Straight to the Shadow Realm instead for EG. We're going into the darkness of overtime. 12-12. That decloak milliseconds away from what could have been a double spray. It could have been done just slightly more carefully from the side of Stunna, from the side of EG, but NBG just have such a good 3-point hold, elbow, and then a double up on Yard as well. This time we swap things over. EG on attack. And we were watching this one a little bit, right, before we kind of canceled it, Lemon. What ended up happening is EG had such a good A main take. B was very rough for them. They're running into that KO knife a lot. What were we talking about in terms of how EG should do things here?
It's kind of, yeah, how to address not only that, but also the Viper Wall from Fireball, which kind of makes the approach to be so awkward because you don't know what's on the other side. Prakta was very delayed with his knives, and Monsi buys Odin's, which he's going to bring that into the fray again, but not being beside Fireball this time. It's going to be a swap up from NBG to pinch in the mid.
Mid and A were the solution for EG before, and this time they go and kind of bet it all on not red, not black, but green. They're going for the one-time B pick that might just work. They're going to be, what, 5 scanned by the knife? So much information for NBG.
And they got to race over and wait. This is going to be a pivot again. And Son of Car, the wall is down. It's a target-rich environment, and EG know better. You got to look both ways before you cross the road. Is Mitch going to want to throw something just to, okay, just the jump spot. Not going to waste util here. They know they still got to clear A with something.
NBG, I need another adaptation situation here for you. You need to do the next step. The B 4-man hold, it's looking nice for the reclear, but you don't hear anything happening. Op also not in distance with Son of Car to be able to hear any util be thrown in. Son of Car has to get at least one before he gets out. The rotation is going to be 26 seconds long between these sites. If EG get this flawless, which they don't, it might be such a big leg up. How much more can Son of Car find?
He's not stepping completely back. He's greeting EG, but being as quiet as he can. EG should be trying to press this solo player, but they're just worried about the elbow that has been opened up. The smoke is gone. EG getting ready.
This is huge for NBG. They actually start to rotate early, so they're here fast. Not that much time for EG to kind of delay before this retake happens.
Knife in, EG stepping away, trying to get out of the grasp of the util of NBG, and here they come. Swing first from Car, and the shock, or the recon delays, and it messes up the whole push, and Pancakes delivers just that pain to NBG, but still a double up, 2 versus 2. And wait, Fireball swings. That's an important win against Serona because Jake is low. He just has to protect the spike, and it's been tapped. It's being diffused, and Fireball clutches.
So many rounds in a row from 5-11 all the way to 13-12. They had one eco that they kind of fumbled with, but they still make it to the end zone in overtime. They need to get that conversion, though. They need to get the second one locked down again, and this was the troubling side for EG. This is where they were actually struggling to just close out the match. They might have won pistol and the bonus, but when it came to the rifle rounds against the ultimate economy, NBG was kind of clearing them on this side. So EG definitely needs some adaptation, have a timeout to talk to their coach. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, just throwing out that recon. I like the idea of try to get the enemy to look at the recon, to shoot it, and then that would be your timing to swing, but it almost gave them even more of a heads up, and there wasn't the immediate swing with the recon, so gave a big chance for NBG to swing the fight in their favor.
Lots being said in this one as well. The person they're talking to right now is going to be Faded, I believe, as this team is going to try to lock in to see what they can do. Faded, lots of experience with Vitality, lots of experience with TSM as well in, I believe, 2024. It could have been an earlier year, but one of the things I did notice with Faded on Vitality is that when they were back against the wall, it might not have been overtime. There were really good adjustments in gaps that were made. This wasn't a guy who made the team win more. It was a coach that was really good at making sure the team didn't lose too fast and too far. So when it comes to a round like this, a strat that's needed inside this overtime, a fix of the defensive entire posture, Faded is the one who can do the job.
Just assuming of how this defense went for EG, because we missed a lot of it, it's 2 players dropping 25 kills, Stunna and Pancakes, and that's all you need from a chamber to be doing is to pop out, surprise, and teleport recall out, just like you're seeing Son of Car do with that information in mid.
I think this round by round, other smoke mid kind of just nerfs Pancakes completely and stops the information being gathered from the side of EG. Will he take the risk with the super Peek over the wall. The flash is so good and the shot is even nicer.
You know, Pancakes has been doing that every single round when we're at 20 plus rounds and 20 plus kills. He's as dependable as ever as a Sentinel. And we don't see him on Chamber every day, but I want to see him more on it, that's for sure. And EG had this prepped.
Big mistake here as well. I don't think they ended up taking down the trip with that bounce shot towards the B side. So you can actually lean more people over to A. You see Pancakes leaving. You can pay attention to Link now, just like we see Zerona doing on B site. And now the A site gets bolstered up so much faster. Yoru can back off instead of TP up. That TP is still traveling towards A. There are going to be numbers on this site now, and NBG might be in trouble.
Spaz has a paranoia, does not connect to much. Pancakes keeping them humble, but now they won't be able to escape. EG has reinforcements. Stunna won't have a flash or something to help, and now the EG are split from each other with the smoke.
Look at this absolute just claw formation grasp happening on site. Link already there, elbow in control, insta TP into back site. NBG are in trouble, but Monsi lets him breathe.
Oh, Pancakes was caught looking at the minimap or something. Monsi crossed in front, and Monsi gets crossed up after all. And the util caught in hand. NBG quicker to the trigger, and Spaz delivers the comeback win to NBG.
I do not believe NBG finds a way out of that situation in quicksand, and they just climb out. Upper body strength is huge, and you can see them use it with the rifles too. Dome to dome, they end up winning through seizes.